he invited me out. And when I went to that first event, I was hooked. So I wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him for allowing me to be like, okay, yeah, I rock with you enough as my friend, you know.
Yeah.
What's up, Fresh? I rock with you enough as my friend to be like, okay, I'll see what you can do in this. So shout out to him for that.
So
Hey.
I want to say this too because, like I said, it reminded me and it likened me to WWE and the characters and shout out to Live from the Block.
Right, shout out to Live from the Block.
I always was like, I wish they would do more events, whatever the case is. You've got into, there's a lot of other different leagues that have popped up, things like that.
Right.
Define the DFW, not music scene, but rap battle scene in one word.
Progressing. Progressing. I would say, if in one word, I say definitely progressing.
Okay. What's one thing you would change in the DFW battle rap scene?
Some of the things I would change is a lot of this stuff is being okay. Like a lot of things are not supposed to be sliding. What's going on? Like when I came in from my time, it was certain things that was just like, nah,
absolute no.
You can't do that. And people have gotten so soft. Everything's gotten so soft. It's not it's like the structure's going almost. People can just get away with so much. And it's like, yo, back in my time, you couldn't, you know what I mean? Kind of, yeah. So.
And I mean, so let me ask you this. So when you get your opponent named, you know who you're going against. What are there any topics, any subjects that are off limits when it comes to battle rap? Because I've seen some stuff online. I remember what I saw that night. It got very personal.
Right.
It was high energy and it was charged. Right. Are there any topics, any things that are, like you just said, kind of no-nos that you don't say or don't cross, or is everything absolute free game?
In my personal opinion, I say there should be some no-nos. If your parents are deceased, you have children, I say there's a no-no. But the game overall, battle rap in its entirety, the rule is anything goes. It's words. So why would you let somebody's words?
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
At the end of the day, it's words.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, we are emotional.
Yeah.
And I got ties to my parents, so I've dealt with that in this particular matchup, and it's just like I have to remain. You gotta remain the vet. You gotta just know what to do in those situations. So yeah, I would say that's the no-nos. I say like just personal business overall, because everybody got some dirty in their closet. And you try to walk around here like your shit don't stink. You got something on you too. It may not be severe as others.
Yeah.
But everybody got a little something in their closet, man. They don't want the world to know.
Right.
Whatever that may be, respectfully.
Right.
So trying to go for the jugular and go for personal tactics is really sloppy, and it's like it's lazy. Because you're just going for something it's right. Yeah. It's there. Oh, that's there. I can use that. Yeah. That's too easy. You didn't even challenge yourself.
I see.
You feel me?
I see that.
So, yeah.
I see that. So you've been doing this, more than 5 years?
9 years.
9 years. Ooh. Have you ever thought about calling it quits?
A lot of times. It come with it.
Oh.
When I watch the people I look up to in the entertainment world, I understand what they mean.
Ooh.
I understand what they mean. You don't want the fame. You don't. You want the success, yeah. But the fame is crazy.
Wow.
And that's real.
Regarding your battle rap career, what's the best piece of advice you've received or that you've given to an up-and-coming battler, or you've gotten from a battle rapper?
One good advice I've heard, get your money and go home. In this game, get your money, go home. That was from Debo and Queen of the Ring. Shayna Ashley, she told me, no matter how far you get in this game, it won't be enough. You always gonna have to prove yourself. It's gonna be like it's just not enough.
Wow.
So shout out to Shayna Ashley for that. There's a lot of other people that gave me a lot of game.
Yeah.
But that's what stuck out to me. And I would say I gave Fifth Spirit some $1 million worth of game. When he battled a young guy at ATM, he said, I need some step advice. And I said, okay, what's up? Talk to me. He said, ATM is a big name for me, right? And everybody's expecting me not to get this match whatsoever. But you battled him first. So what is something that I can do? And I told him, you just gotta rap and be you.
Yeah.
And be great. And make sure everybody remembers who the fuck you are at the end of the day. Because if you give him a challenge, that's it.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah.
They gonna hate on you. They gonna gas him. Respectfully, I'll say it. That's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed of that.
Yeah.
They gonna gas him.
Yeah.
That's a tough match.
Yeah.
But he went out there and he did that times 10. I was so proud.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where did your name come from? How'd you get the name?
My middle name is Eliza.
Okay.
My grandmother, who has been going 7 years this month, she named me that the day I was born.
Okay.
And versatility, and I just put it Versa for short.
I like that. I always wonder that about how you came up with that. That's dope.
Yeah.
I want you to define the word diva for me, and then I want you to name your favorite diva of all time.
Diva is flamboyant. If I would say my favorite diva, I don't know because I've never been that type of girl, but I would have to say my mom, respectfully.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom.
See, and that's very modest of you, Eliza, because that night that was diva all over.
Right.
But I understood it. I mean, it was.
Right.
Like I said, that was my first introduction, and I was in awe. I think that was the first battle that the females ever headlined.
Right.
That's how huge that was.
Right.
And it was a packed
and we saved it, the card.
Yes,
because a lot of the dudes messed up. So shout out to me and T.
Man.
Shout out to me, and we saved everybody $20 that night, boy. Because Shocktober was not gonna happen. If it wasn't for me and T, man. So shout out to T Lafayette. She did her thing.
Yeah.
And this is what this current matchup reminds me of. It's a little more extreme, respectfully.
Yeah.
But T Lafayette and me, we had the back and forth, the backlash, the back and forth. But we went in there and we did what we did. And honestly, we're at 18,000, almost 20,000 views organically.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that's what's impressive. People need to go back and see that, because if you want to really get some meat and potatoes, that was an awesome night, man. So this upcoming matchup, let me ask you, let me go back a little bit. How do you prep for battles?
It just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Who it is.
Yeah.
Because I've been in this game so long. So you can't prepare for everybody the
Mm-hmm.
same. Can't do that. And you can't sleep on everybody.
Yeah.
You can't play with everybody. So I say it just depends on who I have at that particular moment, and how much of the matchup is in, if it's like intense, if it's like a super, super, super crazy match, or is it just another day?
Yeah.
It's just another match or something I gotta do. So it just depends, for sure.
Okay. OG Watley wanted me to ask you, when you get a chance, ask her why does she like country music so much. I didn't know that. I know you've been rocking the cowboy. I thought that was
I love country music.
Okay.
My mother listens to country music, and she listened to it when I was a little girl growing up.
Yeah.
And it's poured into me, but I went to a country club one night,
Oh, wow.
Called Guitars and Cadillacs. No, okay. Red River Saloon. And then I found out about Guitars and Cadillacs. So that's my two favorite country bars.
Okay.
And I love the country music in there. I was kind of listening to country a little bit, dibbling, dabbling.
Yeah.
But when I started going to them country clubs and they was loving me, they was loving me in there. I'm like one of the only black women in there. I'm owning the room with what I got on. And then I'm loving the little song. I'm loving the vibe. I ain't gonna get shot when I go to my goddamn car.
Yeah.
I only gotta pay $8 to get in. The liquor ain't $30 a damn cup. I spend
and they pour real good drinks.
And they pour really good drinks. So I get good music, good times, good vibes. And that's what I'm about. And I go by myself. I don't go with nobody.
Wow.
And so I love country music. It's different. I love the storyline.
Yeah.
I love what some of the songs mean. I can relate to some of the songs, you know. It can't be too country.
Yeah.
I love me. I have a certain style. No, I have a certain style that I want to hear. Old country, new country. I have a certain style. Okay. So yeah, if I'm gonna be a cowgirl, I gotta go all the way through.
I love it. So let's.
Oh yeah, shout out to Dre the Hitman. Okay. He said he took me on my first Next Level radio interview.
Yes, he did.
Yes, you did. Shout out to you.
Yes. So let's go. Let's get into the favorites and stuff. Your favorite movie of all time?
I would say Apocalypto.
Okay. Favorite song of all time?
Oh my God, that is hard. I would have to say I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. Okay.
Favorite restaurant and what do you always order?
I go to Gloria's and I always order a Meltdown and beef fajitas. Okay.
Favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero? It used to be Batman, but I'm gonna be honest. I would go for Elastigirl.
Okay.
Respectfully, yeah.
If you could have any superpower or special ability, what would it be?